Hi guys, my name is Thor, and I am one of the people who has been working on Mjölnir PCB, and today I want to go over some of the things that we need to make the PCB of this blaster. So first of all, you'll need the PCB itself. I've ordered these off JLC PCB and I got them delivered fairly fast. Then I've ordered all the components from different websites such as Mouser or RS Components or likewise. And then I've got everything right here next to me. So the main thing, and I'll just go through the things you'll need to do this, is that you need some decent lighting. As you can see, I don't have that right here, but that's mainly because the reflection of the board will not play well with my phone, so I've done it without it. Then I've got my, I've only got a surgical tweezers here, and I've also got a normal, not that good one, but I'll try to use both of them in order to like move the different components into places without burning myself to a crisp. Then you'll need a soldering iron. I've got a standard one here. This is temperature regulated and I'm soldering at around 410 degrees Celsius, something like that. Then I've got a wet sponge to clean it, and I've got some copper thread thingy off AliExpress that I can clean it with as well. I've got a bit of tin. I am making sure that it's a thin tin so I can hit all the small spots on the board in the right correctional order without getting tin all over the place. Then I've got what you guys can't see is that I've got the BOM list on the screen so I can see where the different components go. And my vision is, I'm not saying great, but good enough for soldering this, I reckon. It's not that small. They are actually quite big, these SMD components, and it should be all right. So basically what I want to do is I'll do this video, and this is the first one I'm soldering together after the first one I obviously did. So it might take a while, but I'll try to do it in like a decent sense of time and try to explain it on the way. I promised Richard that I'd mention that you don't need too much heat on these boards. It's a small amount of tin you need to use. And the way SMD soldering is done is actually fairly easy. I'll just see if I can actually draw this for you. So basically, let me find something to write with. So basically, you've got the two pads where you want to add the item to. Let's just make two pads, for instance, here. We'll call this the R3. That's a spot on the PCB, R3. And I know for a fact that R3 corresponds with a resistor, 1K ohm. And the way you'll do it is you'll take your soldering iron and add it to the spot like so. This is actually hot, so I won't do it here. But you'll add it and heat up the pad. And as soon as it's heated up just a tiny bit, you'll add a bit of tin to it. Like, yeah, I'll just do it on the paper here so you guys can see. So I'll just add a tiny bit of tin, and that's enough generally to fill out the entire spot. So like so. Beep. And then with the component, what I'll do afterwards is I'll align the component up with the padding. So I'll have the resistor right about like in the middle here without touching the pad. All right. Then I'll heat it up again, this one over here, till it's like molten or fully liquid. And then I'll use the tweezer to like push the SMD component into the field, and then I'll remove both of them. Okay, so then it will get solid and the component will stick on one end. Then I'll probably like tilt it upwards to see if it's completely flat with the surface. And then I'll lay it down again, add tin to the other side of it, and then make sure that it's liquid all the way through, and then lift off and remove the soldering iron and the tin, of course, again. Watch out, don't use too much tin. I've got my kit right here next to me, so if there's some funny like sounds in the background, you know why. So basically, that's what we'll do. And I've learned a few tricks to do this, and one of them is that when doing a PCB like this, it's always wise to start with the passive components. That means the capacitors, the resistors, the diodes, and then wait with the active components such as the buck converter and the MOSFET, etc. Okay, so basically that's how I plan to do this. On the paper, what I'll do is also I'll have all the components on my right hand side of the table over here somewhere next to my mouse, and I'll move one one component from one side of the table to the other, so I know which one was finished at what point. And that's mainly how I'll try to do this today. So basically, that's how I want to set up. One of the important things is also that you've got the PCB not fixated like I've got right here, because that means I'll have to move around it to actually solder. But it's a really, really nice idea to have it like laying flat somewhere, so you can actually move the direction of the board in order to solder on the components. I'm just doing this mainly just to show you how I mainly do it, so you can actually see how it's done. But I'll do a follow-up video with that, mainly because I just need to figure out what goes where again. And I can see it right here, but it'll take me some time just to mount the first stuff on and stuff like that. But that's mainly what you'll be needing to do the PCB. In the next video, I'll also go over where the other components go, such as the power cables, the ESCs, and so forth. But right now, I'll just do this one. All right, so just a few seconds and I'll start the next one.